Hi everyone, it's Anne-Marie from Scrapped Out 7 Creations, and today I'm coming to share two cards I made for this week's Saturday Morning Makes, sponsored by Jill Norwood. And I am using the Time for Tea collection from My Creative Time to make both cards, okay? So let me get started by sharing the products that I used to make the cards, okay? Okay, so I used... let me show you the My Creative Time products that I used. All right, for the pink card, I used this eyelet die. I forget what the name of this is called. Oh, eyelet cover die, MCT D456. Okay, so I used that die for the pink card. Okay, I used the My Creative Time 4-inch circle card dies. Okay, and I used the biggest, not the card, but the biggest circle, the stitch circle. I used that. Okay, I used the tea kettle dies, MCT D460. Okay, so I used these teapot kettle dies for the blue card. Okay, I used that. And then I used the largest doily die from the eyelet doily dies, MCT D457. Okay, so I used the largest die for that. Okay, and that's for the blue card. Okay, so those are the dies that I used. Okay. Okay, for the image for the pink card, I used this darling Tilda Magnolia little girl who's she's sipping her tea. Okay, and I've had this stamp for quite some time, and you know, I remembered that I had it, and I thought, well, this would be darling to use with that tea set from My Creative Time. So I used her for the pink card. Okay. I used some glitter paper. So I used this pink glitter paper, and I used this blue glitter paper for both cards. Okay, so I used that. Okay, and then I used the paper pads from the Time for Tea collection. So I used this Eyelets, Gingham, and Solids paper pad. Okay, so I used papers from, you know, for both cards, I used papers from here, as well as some papers from the Tea Time paper pad. Okay, so those are the papers that I used for both cards. Okay, I used some flowers for my stash, so I used some Prima flowers for the pink card. I used two, like, of these pink flowers. I also used some white flowers, which I don't have in here, for the blue card. Okay, and these came from Hobby Lobby. All of my flowers came from Hobby Lobby. Okay. Okay, so that's that. And then I used a little bow from one of these La Petites from Hobby Lobby. I used this for my Tilda girl in her hair. I used that. Okay. And then I used some lace from my stash. Okay, so for the pink card, I used this eyelet lace, and I wanted to keep with the theme of eyelet since the collection has so much eyelet in it. So I used this white lace, eyelet lace from my stash for the pink card, and then I used this blue eyelet lace for the blue card. Okay, so I used that. And then I also used some Distress Oxide to go around both of the circle dies. Okay, so I used this Salty Ocean Tim Holtz Distress Eye ink for the blue card, and then I used this Spun Sugar Distress ink for the pink card. Okay. Okay, And then I used my Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends to color up my Tilda. So let's get started by showing both cards, okay? So here's the first one. Okay, and I just thought that, you know, this little image was just, would match perfectly with, you know, the My Creative Time, you know, Time for Tea collection. Okay. Yeah, so I just put this little bow in her hair there. I went around the card with that Distress Oxide. Okay, and I used that, you know, that eyelet die to back the image. Okay, and then I also used this ribbon here that's in the back of the eyelet lace die cut. Okay. Yeah, so I just layered the flowers on top, and I put some diamond stickles, which are still drying. They're still kind of a little bit wet. So I stickled those up. Okay, and then on the inside, I just layered the papers again. Okay, and then I just took some of that lace and just kind of layered it on the inside of the card. And then, you know, my sentiment will go on the white cardstock. And I haven't put a sentiment yet, so I'm going to wait for that. Okay. Yeah, so I thought she came out really cute. I just love my Tilda Magnolia stamps. They're just so darling. Okay, so that's the first card. Okay. And then the second card is where I use the teapot from the My Creative Time Tea Time collection. Okay, and I used that Eily Doily die that comes with the collection. Okay, and there, you know, I layered the papers on top of the glitter cardstock. Okay, and I took my Distress Oxide and I went around the doily die. Okay, and then I just, you know, cut the teapot out. And then layered the flowers in the corner and also glittered them up and put the diamond stickles on them. And then I just went around the card with this real pretty blue eyelet lace that I had. Okay, and then on the inside of this card, I just layered the papers and added the doily die again and, you know, shaded it up with that, that Salty Ocean Distress Oxide ink. And then, you know, I'll put I'll put a sentiment when I'm ready to put a sentiment on there. Okay. Yeah. So that is my share for this week's Saturday Morning Makes. Okay. If you're not subscribed, you know, please subscribe to my channel. I love it when I have new subscribers. Everybody's welcome. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.